Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Postmates. Postmates is the best app in food delivery on the interwebs. Go to Postmates, use the promo code Drinkin' Bros for $100 in free delivery now. Welcome to Drinkin' Bros Sports, kids. Another day, D'Anthony. We are live in the United States of America. I have been hit up maybe 50,000 times about the NFL picks this week. Obviously, with what happened at the Capitol the other day, the Vikings won that one. Did you have the Vikings and the over in that?
Yeah. No, I didn't have the Vikings, actually.
Well, if you took the Vikings and the over, you won the Capitol bet the other day. We were live on air we were supposed to record the show right after the other show. We had a guest on, Francis Ellis, the senior editor of Bro Bible. Very, very funny dude. We were amped to have him on the show as a guest, and then all hell broke loose at the Capitol building. So we ended up going live with that coverage for 4 hours. That pushed our NFL show until today. Luckily, the playoffs don't start till tomorrow. I'm able to give you the odds. Not only am I able to give you the odds, I have bet all of the money on this weekend's games. These are the greatest odds I've seen all year. And I know that I'm 20 out of the last 22 games, and I've been on a massive hot streak. It might come to an end Monday nights with the Buckeyes versus Alabama. There was some breaking news about an hour ago with Dan Patrick, formerly of ESPN, who's not been right the entire year, so take this with a grain of salt. He claims that Ohio State is at its threshold of 23 players out, including all of the defensive line. The spread is rocketed through I think it's up to 8.5 now, Ohio State-wise. It was down to 7 at one point. Now it's up to 8.5. And he claims that Ohio State and the Big Ten lobbed in a call to the SEC to get the national championship pushed, and that the SEC declined because Alabama is going back to school on Monday, and they've got 35,000 kids coming in, greater risk of COVID, blah, 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 blah. First of all, Alabama fans, I agree with it. Like, we've got to get this game played, and we've got to get it out of the way.
I agree to some extent, but I mean, if you're thinking about it from the perspective of college football, and remember, this is the CFP, so all this, what I would call draconian authority the conferences have over college football is out of the way now. They don't have any say in any of this shit. So those weird rules the Big Ten had about COVID exposure and having to be out 21 days or whatever they changed it to afterwards, all that's gone now.
It should be,
however,
but it isn't on our team. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, it isn't necessarily on the team, but let's be real. The front page of ESPN right now is a picture of Jalen Hurts getting fucking rocked. You know, Justin Fields, yeah, getting rocked. And I think even from like Saban's daughter was talking shit the other day, but she was kind of right. Like, there's some chance that Ohio State's like, fuck.
Well, so right? Here's
from the perspective of college football, if Fields is going to be out, I try to find a reason to delay the game, frankly, because you're not putting your best product out on the field.
So here's the thing. He's not out. The other thing about it is that there was a Drinkin' Bro, Trent Taggart is his name, who was one of our finalists, by the way, for the Sarah Williams Worst Fan of the Year award.
Oh, is he being a cunt?
Right behind there. Yeah. Richard Danoff, Big Dick Danoff, Buckeye fan, posted in there today about the Dan Patrick thing about an hour ago, right before I came into work. And he was like, yeah, well, Ohio State excuses with COVID. No, you get to see the report 2 hours before the game, and the players aren't playing. I can understand if the players were playing and it was just like, well, that was a lie.
Yeah.
No, they're physically sitting out of the game. Versus Clemson, we had 16 players out, starting running back, defensive ends, all that other shit. Northwestern, 23 players out. The game before that, 23 players out. There is a fucked up rule with the Big Ten in their COVID protocol that delays it for 21 days. I believe they knocked it down to 17, but let's face it, that is not enough between the Clemson game and the national championship to get some of your guys back.
Right. But technically speaking, the Big Ten has no authority over the situation. Ohio State is well within its rights to tell them to get fucked. Now, that would damage their relationship with the conference moving forward.
Right.
But Ohio State is the only team in either division of that conference that's relevant in any way. So you've got the fucking power there, brother. You're LeBron James and Tyronn Lue is your coach.
I agree.
Do what the fuck you want. Fuck the goddamn Big Ten.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree. So to any of you Alabama fans out there who are talking shit about the COVID or why Ohio State can't keep the COVID regulations under control or all that other shit, it has nothing to do with that. Ohio State tests every single day. They have one of the best medical facilities. Their hospital there is like number 2 in the world for cancer. Like it's one of the best facilities there is. But Ohio State tests every day, whereas the SEC tests like once a week, and they're like YOLO. Like, and look, I'm in the SEC camp. I love that. I wish they would do that. However, that's not how the Big Ten is doing it. There should be a governing body and a fucking president of all of college football to decide this shit.
It's so bizarre that
really
the conferences have that much authority.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I mean, it's like it's basically nullification if you think about it from a national legal standpoint. Nullification is where a state tells the federal government that they're not going to follow whatever federal law. Like nullification, the biggest example is obviously slavery, right?
Right.
But the most recent, I suppose, is weed. All these states that have legalized weed, even though it's a Schedule I narcotic according to the federal government, that's technically nullification. And that's essentially what this is, too, or what it could be, rather. Because why would you allow the conferences to have that much power? I mean, I guess you want power at the lowest possible level, and that kind of makes sense. But at some point, shit's just got to get done. You know what I mean? You can't. And now that after this year, I think the phrase Power 5 conference is going to start to erode. It'll shift.
I hope so.
Maybe to Power 6, maybe to fucking Power 8. Who the fuck knows, right? So if that's the case, I mean, I guess it's fine, but eventually there's going to be too many fucking Chiefs and not enough Indians.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everybody's going to be on their own game plan, and ultimately what you need to be able to do is schedule shit and get shit done. This is it's a product that you have to get out the door.
And it's a business.
Yeah.
Players are already starting to get paid for their likeness and everything else, and that's probably going to change this year. I know that O'Bannon law is probably going into effect towards the end of this year.
O'Bannon, like Charles O'Bannon from UCLA?
The basketball player.
From like 90 years ago?
Yeah, from UCLA.
Charles O'Bannon, the left-handed fucking power forward from UCLA.
Yeah.
Why would it be named after him?
He was the one who filed the lawsuit. It was based on a video game.
That was the early 2000s,
Oh,
right?
yeah. That's how long this has been going on.
Holy shit.
Yeah. That's how long this fight has been going on of, hey, you cannot use our likeness. There was another thing with, one of the video games, one of the big video games.
That motherfucker's 45 now. He filed that lawsuit when he was in goddamn college, and it's just now becoming a thing?
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
Yeah. So that's how long it has been out there. It looks like they're finally, they won. But when it gets enacted, I think will probably be around fall, quarter, semester, depending upon what your college is. And then you'll be able to get paid for your likeness, video game wise, all that other stuff.
So they're probably going to make a new college football video game, and it's going to have it'll have names and actual faces instead of random bullshit. Well, I mean, before it was just numbers and no face.
Right.
Do you think COVID protocols are going to come out in the new Madden and NCAA football thing?
I hope so.
Like, is it just going to randomly give some of your players COVID every
week? Yeah. And you get them out like a little Chinaman runs out on the field and tackles you and gives you COVID.
He's just throwing fucking dead bats in people's faces.
Yeah, and then that's congratulations, you've COVID your players out of the game, and that's it.
Well, there was that. There was some clinic. I think it was somewhere in the Northeast, New Hampshire or something. Instead of giving the vaccine, they gave people like the antibodies. They give them live culture.
500 people. Yeah.
Whoopsie.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Take the vaccine.
They're like holding 2 needles. I don't know which one. Here we go. Oh, sorry. That was COVID.
I'm sure it will be fine.
It reminds me of that dude. Have you seen that video of that dude that's standing at the front of the store, and his job is to take temperature with the temporal scanner with the thermal thing, and then to spray a little bit of fucking hand sanitizer in their fucking hands. So this one little girl walks up, and he, for some reason, forgets what is in which hand and just sprays hand sanitizer right in her fucking face.
Yeah.
And her mom's like, bro, what the? I mean, her mom didn't even freak out. She's like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This ruined my whole day. Now this little piece of shit kid's going to be a fuck face all day long, thanks to you.
All day. And the fuck face in our group today is Trent Taggart. So what he was saying regarding this was either way, because I said, look, man, if Ohio State beats Alabama with half their team out, that's the most embarrassing thing that could ever happen to your program. Now, they just did it to Clemson with 16 guys out. If they have 23 guys out for this game, and Ohio State wins, holy Christ. I don't know how you come back from that, but I don't know how they came back from the 2015 loss against their third-string quarterback, Cardale Jones.
I mean, it depends on who's it depends on who exactly is out for Ohio State. If it's defensive players, I don't really care about that. That doesn't change my bet because I don't think anybody's playing any defense in this game, frankly. I think the defense that's going to get played is in your own 15 to 40-yard line, making sure it's field goals and not touchdowns. Like if you can get 3 or 4 of those throughout the game, you're going to win. That's what I think. But the overall defensive schema, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal because it's going to be like a 45-42 game or some shit like that.
The Ohio State defense looked good against Clemson. They held them to 28.
They did, but one of the rumors is it's their defensive line that's fucked with COVID.
And look, the 2 defensive ends were out of that Clemson game. Both starters were out of that game. So who fucking knows at this point? All I know is it would be a better story than fucking Rudy if 23 guys are out for Ohio State and they end up beating Alabama. Not only that, but we always say this on the show. There's ISIS and then there's Alabama fans. Just underneath that is the 2 most hated people of groups in this world, and that's what it is.
I don't know. Notre Dame fans are pretty irritating.
I got them at 3. I got them at 3, but
Patriots fans, now that they've been humbled this year, they're tolerable again. Although, speaking of Patriots
they've
fans,
been very quiet.
I've heard some rumors that Belichick is in love with Fields and wants him as his quarterback.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, if anybody's able to develop a quarterback, it's probably Belichick.
Right, but he's not going to make it that far. I don't know where the Patriots are drafting, but he's probably not going to make it that far down, right? They're probably like 12th or something.
I saw the mock board last night from Todd McShay, top 5.
Yeah.
My heart exploded inside my chest. I'm surprised I'm alive today. Falcons are drafting at 4. You know who they've got at 4 to the Falcons? Zach Wilson, the quarterback of BYU. No, thank you. Boy, that fucking sucks, dude. Go ahead and kill me now. I don't want. That's not an upgrade from Matt Ryan.
Well,
go get somebody else.
Jason McIntyre from Fox, who I like his picks better. Usually, I follow him more than any of the other because they're all wrong. The only guy that gets close is Todd McShay. To be honest, even Mel Kiper. Mel Kiper makes the mistake of assuming NFL GMs are reasonable people.
Right.
But they're not. And it's not just them either. It's like if you're in Dallas, for example, you got Jerry fucking like, we like this guy. Let's have him. We'll sign him for 20 years right now. Like, come on, man. Jesus Christ. Are you fucking serious? McShay is a little bit more realistic, but this McIntyre guy gets a lot of shit right. He's got the Jets taking Zach Wilson at number 2.
Okay. Look, I would love it. Who do they got the Falcons taking it for then?
Edge rusher. Kwity Paye from Michigan.
We definitely need fucking defense.
Kwity Paye from Michigan is the best edge rusher in the draft.
That would absolutely make sense to me. Zach Wilson does not make sense to me. That is not an upgrade. Do not waste the 4th pick. The weird one is 3 is Miami. A 10-win Miami Dolphin team that pick came from the Texans, and they're fucked. So that 3 pick on there, I'm curious. McShay had the Devonta Smith, the Heisman winner out of Alabama, going there.
I don't think so. Right. Well,
Tua is down there.
Yeah, but
Tua used to throw to him, so
that's true. I guess maybe that's a thing, but more likely they're going to take Penei Sewell from Oregon, the fucking offensive tackle. He's the best offensive lineman in the draft, and that's much more valuable even than Devontae Smith.
I agree. I'd rather him drop to 4 for Christ's sakes, but we'll see.
Either way, you're going to get a top guy. I mean, unless Atlanta fucks up, I don't know who. Certainly, I don't think they're going to take. Even if he's available, I don't think they take Zach Wilson. That's crazy.
It's the Falcons, bro. I'm not going to put anything past the goddamn Falcons to fuck up this draft.
McIntyre has Devonta Smith going 6 to the Eagles.
Ooh, the Eagles need a wide receiver.
Yeah, and then Jamar Chase going to the Lions at 7. That's
a great pick too.
Yeah, but I've also heard a bunch of fucking rumors that Stafford's going to get traded somewhere.
That's what I heard
either
too.
To the Colts or to the fucking Patriots, one of the 2. So who the fuck knows, man? I mean,
we'll find out. But
the Colts, the rumor I heard was the Colts. I guess we could call and verify that if we wanted to, but there's no fucking way they're going to trade him to a division rival, right?
No. Look, if he goes to the Colts,
not a division rival,
if they go to the Colts, they're going to win right away. Trent Taggart is in here. He says, not hacked, just taken out of context. I said Ohio State wins their championship, they'll have an asterisk. That's what I was getting to. No, they will not have an asterisk. He said they haven't played enough games and they'll be super fresh.
Why would they
for this
super fresh?
Super fresh for the national championship.
They didn't play games because they started later. It's not like they
Not only that, but half the team has been out all year with COVID. Like I don't even think all of the starters of Ohio State have physically played one game together the entire season. Fresh from what? The Chinese AIDS?
Yeah.
Like, dude, everybody's been in the fucking hospital. So no, that's the craziest shit of all time. Either way, if Ohio State wins this game, Trent, your name will probably be on that trophy next week, and I can promise you, Alabama fans, you will never, ever hear the fucking end of it if Ohio State wins with 23 players.
No, we'll buy a billboard somewhere in Tuscaloosa, and it and it'll have your name on it.
It will only have Saban's daughter's tweet on it,
or it'll just be Trent Taggart's name, like a full black billboard, white Trent Taggart across the front of it, and then maybe a hidden dick in there somewhere.
Yeah, got to throw a hidden dick in for good measure. You have to.
Craig says Pat McAfee wants Stafford to the Colts. Of course he does. He's a fucking Colts fan.
Yes,
Fuckface.
He's a diehard Colts fan, and he wants Deshaun. He wants Aaron Rodgers. He wants all of them.
I could see Deshaun is the one I was talking about. There's no way he's going to the Colts. That is an interdivisional rivalry.
I agree.
There's no fucking way. Stafford, I could see though. The Lions have nothing to lose. If they're looking to reboot right now, they have nothing to lose by sending him to the Colts.
And Stafford has always been great, man. He's just been torn apart up in fucking Detroit. He still plays and has great seasons.
Yeah.
Speaking of great seasons, in Drinkin Bros Sports every year, we have 6 fantasy football leagues. So we're here to give you the championship winners today. We'll start with D'Anthony. D'Anthony, I'm proud of you. This was the signed.
Pride is an abomination.
This is signed Dennis Rodman jersey. You won it, my man. You won your own league. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
I know you are. Next up, the Dulesky's disappointments. Go to a single here, Giorgio. Go to a single first, so we can see these magnificent jerseys that have come in. Who won the fucking Dulesky's? I had this popped open, and now I'm fucking beefing it, dude. I'm beefing the cheese live on air here. Who do we got? Kyle Kafal won this. He won the signed Ryan Leaf jersey. Congratulations on that one. That'll be coming your way next week. We got all of our employees are like Ohio State. They're out with COVID, except for Giorgio. We're a one-man band here. And I'm going to Miami in the morning, so I won't be able to ship these out next week. Until next week, so I apologize. But congratulations, the signed Ryan Leaf jersey is here. Cutthroat Killers League is DJ Davies. DJ Davies, congratulations. You got the signed Ray Lewis jersey. That will be coming to you. Ray murdered 2 people.
Yeah, well, allegedly.
2 people, allegedly. And then we got the Rudy jersey. This is Taylor Clark. Now look, Taylor, this is up to you what you want to do with this, with the signed Rudy jersey. We always burn it. But typically, I always win the league. This year, my God, man, I had like 50,000 injuries and whatnots, and I kind of got boned in it. Giorgio, if I can ask you to grab that last one over there for me. I left one over there, and I want to give a shout out to Derek Clark. The script, the signed script there. There it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Come on in, Giorgio. They know you. They know you by now.
Is DJ Davies in here?
There he is.
Yeah. Is he DJ is the one that won the Rudy jersey?
Yeah. Yeah, he won the. No. DJ Davies won the Ray Lewis jersey.
Who won the Rudy jersey again?
Derek Clark.
No.
I'm sorry, Taylor Clark.
Taylor Clark.
I don't know if they're related.
Does anybody know?
If they are, that's a hell of a brother team that won this.
Does anybody know who he's a fan of?
I don't.
Clark?
I don't. But we'll find out.
It's certainly not
Obviously,
Notre
sent
Dame.
to his house, but
it's not Notre Dame because I would know if he was a Notre Dame fan the same way I would know if he was a vegan. Right?
Yeah. The Underdogs League champions is Derek Clark, and then this is my favorite gift. I really wanted to win this to give it to my kid, but whatever, man. I called in a few favors. It is a signed script of the movie Sandlot, the greatest underdog story of all time, and it is all the leads of the movie that will be sent to your person next week. Congratulations, you guys. It was a long season. And with COVID and everything else and the injuries that we saw this year, if you won a fantasy football league, that was a fucking grind this year, and you absolutely deserve all of the spoils that you were going to get sent to your household because setting these lineups every week was fucking brutal.
Yeah,
dude.
I know. That makes me feel pretty good about the fact that I forgot to set my lineup twice and still won the championship.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You had a really good fucking team, though.
I did, yeah, except for, not except. I had
Ezekiel Elliott.
I had Ezekiel Elliott and Mike Evans, and they were fucked all year.
Shit.
Those are two of my first 4 draft picks, I think.
Who brought it home for you this year?
That's a
You
good
had Aaron
question.
Rodgers, right?
I had Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson. That helped because there was literally no off week when it comes to quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I had the first half of the season. I had what's his nuts from Tampa Bay, the running back, who just overperformed pretty much every week.
Ronald Jones.
Ronald Jones, yeah. Hold on, let me look at my roster. I can tell you.
Hammer the like button if you're watching on YouTube, by the way. Craig Dulesky, you keep saying you won Trey's league. That does not count. You were in a league. You lost in that league. So did I. I don't want to hear about the 90 other leagues that everybody else is in. These are the ones that matter with the greatest prizes on earth, Craigs. So I'm sorry. That does not count.
Yeah, I had Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson, and their respective averages per week were 24 and 23, right? So consistent.
Yeah, you crushed.
You're gonna get that every week. Even with Zeke's down year, his average was still 15. Then I had Mike Evans, he was 15. Robbie Anderson had a bunch of great weeks for me from Carolina. He would have been better if CMC was there the whole year. But what are you gonna do? Justin Jefferson really fucking lit it up for me. He averaged 17 points a week.
That guy, dude.
And Julio Jones
year,
when he was actually in the lineup. And then Allen Robinson from Chicago fucking averaged 16 and a half for me. Yeah.
Great year, man.
At some point during the season, I picked up Salvin Ahmed from Miami, and he was catching like 4 to 6 passes every single game, man. Plus, rushing for 40, 50 yards. So
was he in your flex?
Yeah, he was in my flex a lot. And then I had the Bills defense. They averaged 6 points, but they overperformed more than they underperformed. And I had fucking Legatron. He averaged 9 points.
Yeah,
my kicker averaged 9 points. Yeah. I guarantee you there were people out there who had skill positions where they didn't average 9 points because this year was fucked, right?
Fucked.
So I was pretty fortunate. I knew that he was going to have a great year, though. It's fucking Legatron and a dome in Dallas where they can't put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's one of those things, again, like I was saying, if you won it this year, you fucking earned it. Same with all these sports, man, including the fucking national championship and everything else. Like, even the Lakers, and I fucking hate LeBron. We'll talk about that later on Drinkin' Bros. But if you were able to put up with all of this fucking bullshit and magically come out with a championship in any of it, dude, congratulations, because it has been a fucking shit show. I'm personally glad that the NFL has been able to play. College football has been able to play. We've had a full playoff, some decent bowl games that were fun to watch and bet on. And we got a shit ton of playoffs to bet on this weekend. Said this at the top of the show, I'm going to reiterate it. This is the hardest I've gone gambling-wise on one singular weekend the entire year. Towards the end, whatever my winnings are, as soon as we start heading into the playoffs and the national championship and the Super Bowl, I typically bet it all, like towards the end of the year. We had a couple listeners who were like, hey, man, put your money where your mouth is and put it all in the Super Bowl. We typically do that every year.
Yeah.
We'll see what the max bet is. I'm up a lot of fucking money, and I've bet a lot on these games today, and I feel fucking great about it. The beauty of COVID, though, and the new playoff system is you have a triple header on Saturday, all day Saturday, football. Sunday, triple header all day. Monday, college football championship. Like, it is going to be a fucking extravaganza of football. This is one of the greatest weekends of the year. Make some chili, watch Tailgate Legends tonight with Eric Tanzi, and get fucking wet. We will get to my picks in a second. As always, we got some sponsors who pay for this shit wagon to be on the air. First and foremost is our chief sponsor, KillcliffCBD.com. 25 milligrams of CBD in every single can. There is no THC, so you will not piss hot. The Flamin' Joe is the new one here. Rogan's. It's pineapple and jalapeno. It is delightful. There's only 20 calories, no carbs, no sugars in this. And I drink a can every night. I don't know if I could be a better ambassador to them because I actually fucking drink this all of this shit we use and drink all the fucking time. Go to KilcoCBD.com today. Promo code Drinkin' Bros gets you 30% off a case. It is great with vodka, by the way. It's easily the best mixer.
Good with tequila. That Flamin' Joe's, I mixed it with Casamigos.
That's what somebody else said, yeah.
I just made it. I didn't drink a lot. I just had one cocktail because Jackie Carrizosa told me that it was good together, and so did Ryan Roberts from Kilco and Brinkus. So I was like, all right, fine. I'm not a big tequila guy, but it's fucking good.
Yeah. Look,
it's get yourself some mid to top shelf
tequila and pour it in there. Man, it's a fucking fantastic
it's
mixer.
really good.
God damn it, it's great. And bars are doing it. They're putting fucking droplets of CBD for like an extra $6 in drinks anyways.
Yeah.
Just get a fucking can of this. It's easy. KilcoCBD.com, promo code Drinkin' Bros, 13% off and free shipping there. Next up, we got Postmates. Postmates is back on the show. I feel like we're big boys now with Postmates back. They probably know that everybody's going to be shut in for a while. Look, if you don't have the Postmates app, I don't know what fucking world you're living in. Dan, you literally order it 3 times a day. I think all of your meals are Postmates. Mine are HelloFresh.
Not all of them. I mean, it's half of them are HelloFresh, I guess, but mostly Postmates, yeah.
No. They gave us a promo code, Drinkin' Bros. Download the app. You get $100 in free deliveries for like 7 days. So go there now, do it, use it. Enjoy all of the $100 worth of free food. I used mine last time. I bought KFC for the entire neighborhood. It was hilarious. All the kids and all that shit. And they were like, yo, you don't have to do this. And I was like, nah, it's Postmates. And I use my own promo code.
Yeah.
So not a big deal.
It's always good
to Venmo me.
It's good to turn things that you have ready and easy access to into a nice treat for everybody else. You know what I mean? That's why I give drugs away all the time.
I know. You're a good guy.
I am.
You're a good guy like that.
Speaking of me.
Yeah. That one got Giorgio. I don't think I've heard Giorgio guffaw like that in a while.
I've never seen Dan draw attention to himself like that.
It is weird, yeah. Well, people...
when I heard a guffaw out of you, I was like, oh, that's the first time.
People were asking about me putting the jersey on. Yes, this is the winning jersey. And 2, to answer the question or to respond to number 2, Ruben, you're right. I do look like an extra out of a 90s rap video right now.
You look like Michael Rappaport.
Yeah, a little bit like Rappaport out of fucking... what's the one where somebody gets shot? What's that called? Higher Learning?
Higher Learning. No, not Remy. You don't look like Remy. I would have said...
Who is the guy? Which role is that where he was always... Well, I guess just in real life.
Any Spike Lee movie.
Yeah. But I had this idea. I want to run it by you guys and see what you think. My idea is to get somebody to start a social media account. And basically what they do is they put on a different jersey every day and go out into public and film themselves performing that person's signature move on unsuspecting civilians.
People,
right?
Yeah.
Like if you're wearing the Rodman jersey, you start boxing people out like you're getting a rebound.
Yeah. Diving on the floor.
Yeah, diving on the floor. If you're wearing a Kobe jersey, you just get up next to them and they do a turnaround jump shot and yell Kobe in their face.
Yeah.
And then just walk away.
You don't wreck an airplane?
What's that?
Nothing.
Ooh,
wow.
It was a helicopter,
Too
but yeah.
soon. It's a helicopter.
I guess you could do that.
Helicopter.
I don't think they make Bin Laden jerseys. So.
No, they don't. But you can bet on it. It's mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros. Half's your deposit, by the way. So if you put $1,000 in, you get an extra $500. So you'll wake up with $1,500 in your account the next day. As always, throughout all of our sports shows, all of our bets, all of these spreads are through mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros gets 50% of your deposit back. So to put in $1,000, you get $500 back. Hopefully you know math at that point. But all of these bets are on MyBookie. And speaking of which, I maxed out on the Ohio State game. It was $5,000. So they upped it to $5,000 for the national championship. I think they did that for the Super Bowl last year as well. Hopefully they'll go higher this year, but we'll see. $5,000 is on the Ohio State game already. I didn't know about the COVID shit, obviously. I bet that a week ago. I bet it the day after the Clemson game, when it was +8. So I got it at +8. I hammered the money line as well. So I've got $3,000 on +8 for the Buckeyes, and then I've got $2,000 on the money line. That's going to stay. I don't really give a shit how many people are out with COVID. Again, the run defense for Alabama is porous. If Trey Sermon is Trey Sermon, like he's been the last 2 weeks, have fucking fun. And if our defense is out, I'd run the ball the entire fucking game and slow the clock down.
Yeah.
That's just me.
I mean, that's what you say, run the ball and slow the clock down, but it's not going to because
he'll just keep running.
They'll just keep running. I mean, they're gonna score. Alabama's defense is terrible.
I know.
And
their corners are good. Like Patrick Surtain
the
is great.
The corners are good, but over the middle they suck. Their linebackers are terrible in coverage, which they'll probably have 3 picks this week because I said that. But their linebackers and their safeties are not great.
No.
They get burned deep all the time.
No.
So we'll see what happens. I mean,
There's 3 NFL first-round picks on the Buckeyes. Same with same with Alabama. As I heard, Waddle's going to play. That's Jalen.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. Yeah.
We'll see.
If they both play,
I think it's a ploy. Look, if he plays with Devonta Smith,
yeah,
it's a tough game, man. It's a sexy matchup. I wish both were at full strength.
Yeah,
because there's so many fucking NFL draft picks on that field.
Well, unless you're LeBron James, you always want to go up against the other team in full strength too, right?
Exactly.
Like he was like, oh no. Do you remember when God, was it when Clay or KD went down? And Drake was like, "Oh man, no, man, like shut the fuck up, Drake. You were hard that whole time, you fucking pussy, fucking wheelchair Jimmy."
Oh, somebody's asking how much money does it take to go to the Super Bowl with you guys? We're actually not going to the Super Bowl. We were actually doing a live show from here all day long. We'll be doing a pregame show with Eric Tansey and Jesse.
I'll be drinking lean. What?
Yeah, we'll be drinking lean on air.
Yeah,
technically it's free.
Day. Yeah, it's free.
Just show up at the studio.
Just show up at the studio, or just hang out with us on YouTube. We'll be live all day for the game for like 9 hours that day. So we're here, yeah, man, fucking join us. Last but not least, ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros is our last sponsor here. 30% off of everything in the entire store. Mattresses, sheets, pillows, adjustable bases, you name it. And as always, they get a 36-month pay-as-you-go program, no interest there. And all of these deals are applicable with that fucking sitch, dude. Let's get to the picks, Anthony. People have been fucking chomping at the bit this week, and I get it, dude. I'm all in. I think collectively, looking at my bets, I think I have in the neighborhood of $14,000 out this weekend on this game. On these games in the Ohio State game. Ohio State's already at shit. I mean, I'm looking at these teasers now. God damn. Yes, somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 to 14 grand. However, I am up a lot. I mean, if you listen to the show on a regular basis, fuck, dude. 20 out of the last 22, and then all those teasers. I've won 10 6-game teasers this year, and then multiple parlays. Like, it has been a near dream season for me, and it has been incredible. Hopefully that streak continues this weekend. The first game on Saturday is the Colts against the Bills. This is at Buffalo. To my knowledge, whoa, yes, I was correct. There is going to be fans in the stadium. Tickets are as low as $10,852 because every Bills fan that had them is definitely not selling them, so there's like 6 for sale.
Yeah, they're not. There's no point in even trying to go to that game.
Yeah, and a lot of people have hit us up. We own our own ticketing site now with Drinkin Bros tickets.com. Yes, you can get tickets for all this stuff on there. If you're wondering why the prices are so high, it is literally like, I think in the national championship there's 13,000 people going, so that's why. I mean, fuck, it's like going. Every game is like going to a Super Bowl now. So if you have the money, congratulations. But just know that it won't be like this once it goes back to 100% capacity. Like
I almost went to a fucking Notre Dame game.
Yes, Notre Dame, Alabama.
Yeah,
because just to see one live football game this year.
That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
I definitely didn't want to see them play, and I knew exactly what the fucking outcome would be. Although it was closer than I thought, but I did think that was a possibility that Alabama would just coast. Like, what's the point, right? What's the point of exposing more of your offense than you need to?
We'll see.
Because their offense is great. There's no question about that. They can score.
Defense wasn't terrible.
No, it's pretty good.
They're not terrible this year. Although Kalen Cothran is another finalist for obviously the Sarah Williams Award. That belief in Notre Dame has got to end, my man. And you might have to pick a new team. Colts versus the Bills. This is the Bills minus 6.5. This I took in multiple bets here. The over under is 51. This was a 6-point teaser for me. So in a lot of my shit, I have Buffalo at a 0.5 point. So all they have to do is just fucking win, and that's it. And I think the Bills will. This is their first home playoff game in like 9,000 years. The only disappointing thing about it is that nobody's crashing through tables because there is no tailgating.
Wait, when is the last time they had a home playoff game? Last Bills
fucking 25 years ago. It was like Jim Kelly.
Was it during that run where they lost multiple?
I mean, it has been fucking years, dude. And there's no way they are going to lose this game. However, the Colts are good, and they hang in there, and it's probably going to be a 1-score game. But I've got the Bills all day in this one.
My bookie's got it at -7 right now.
Yeah. Oh, so it went up. So everybody's betting Buffalo. I get it, man. I was all in on Buffalo. I got it at 6.5, and then I also took him in a teaser down to 0.5 point, and then I also teased the under down 6 points to 45. I'm all over this game. I love it, and dude, it's Josh Allen's time. You know what else I did, by the way, that I didn't tell the audience about is maybe, 8 weeks ago, I threw $1,000 down just on the Bills to win the Super Bowl because it was like at plus 1,200 or something crazy or whatever. Like,
yeah, I mean, if
because the Chiefs haven't played in 2 weeks, and then they're off this week. They're not playing this week either. And with their laziness, somebody's going to catch them, dude.
At some point, they're going to
Same
have...
with the Warriors.
Yeah, some point, they're going to have one of those playoff games where they get down too much and then...
Yeah. It almost happened last year, twice. Not only in the Super Bowl. Remember the Texans were up 24-0 with like 4 minutes left in the first half? It was fucking crazy. But this, man, the Bills are rolling right now. I don't see this changing. The only question is whether or not this is Phillip Rivers' last game playing. As much as I would love to bag on Phillip Rivers, he's a Hall of Famer in my eyes.
Yeah, he's had a great career.
I think he goes to the Hall of Fame.
I don't see how you keep him out at this point. I mean, he's won a lot of football games. No success in the playoffs, obviously, but that's...
Look, he went to a couple AFC championships, but dude, he played this exact same time as Tom Brady. What are you going to do about that? Like, what are you going to do about the fucking greatest coach and quarterback of all time going up against that? Like, that's no fault of Phillip Rivers. He's a fucking gamer, man. He might be a weird guy, but I enjoy his shit talking. And there is a very strong rumor that I've heard that multiple networks have backed up the truck to get him to do play-by-play.
Yeah, he's really
a funny dude.
He's
man.
like Napoleon Dynamite. Like, for those of you that don't know, the reason that movie got made is because somebody bet the production team, who were Mormons, that they couldn't make a movie with no swearing and still have it be a hit. And they made that movie for like, what was it, like $250,000 or some stupid shit like that, or $500K? It was like a shoestring budget.
It was low, and then
like usually for a movie, if you and I were going to make that particular movie right now, it would be what, $5 million we probably spend on it, something like that. It wouldn't be one of the typical $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 indie movies. It would cost more to do it. So, but anyways. He talks so much shit and never says anything like profane at all.
No.
But he's like, he never stops.
And he's funny, and
he's a chatterbox.
He's perfect for...
I'd like to see him around his kids. He's got 9 kids. How does he have that level of energy when he has 9 children at home?
Well, I mean, you see it on the football field every Sunday.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, he's around his
ACL
kids
game.
and practicing all week, and then he's around 9 kids all week, and then he comes to the game, he's still all hyped up like that. I don't get it.
I remember that torn ACL game where he stayed in with a torn ACL when LaDainian Tomlinson is out and was just like, fuck it, I'm going to finish the game. It was brutal to watch, but he fucking finished it. He's a gamer. First round Hall of Famer, in my opinion. Like, that'll be the first go round for him, and he's in. However, I got the Bills heavy in this game, and I have him in like 19 teasers, dude, at that 0.5 point, taking it down to 6, which I already bet last night coming into this game. Next up, we got the Rams against the Seahawks for the 3rd time this year. This is Seattle -3. This is exactly where this spread should be. There is a story that homeboy Jared Goff had surgery and is able to play magically on his throwing thumb. For this,
I don't know, man. If you can't grip the ball,
I'm with you. There's no in Seattle. Good fucking luck, dude. I have Seattle all day in this one.
Let's see how big his hands are.
I bought a 0.5 point.
He's at 9 inches flat. His span, which is from here to here, right? From the thumb to the pinky. The average NFL quarterback is between 9.5 and 10. There's no way coming off an injury he's going to be able to fucking do that. Not one fucking chance.
I don't think so either.
So what's the fucking spread here?
3.
Minus Seahawks all fucking day. It's at 3.5 now.
Oh, it is. Jesus Christ. When I got it, I bought it at 2.5.
I'll take it at 2.5.
Yeah, and so here's the other thing too. So I took that
and I'll
bet.
take the teaser at plus.
Exactly. So I took the teaser.
Plus 2.5.
Yes, where Seattle was getting the 2.5, and then I took the over/under down to fucking 36 points. Is it still at 42 on there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I took the over at 36 points, and it's like, dude, I think Seattle could probably get that on their own. To be honest with you, they could probably. I have this as like a 35-17 or 35 to
Russell Wilson
to 20 game
in the playoffs. is a different story
Yes.
than the regular season when it comes to covering. Like his record against the spread in playoff game, they win in playoff games.
They win in playoff, and they always win the first playoff game. So
Yeah.
I'm all in on this game, and I bet a fuck ton on this. And I hate that it's the Seahawks, but dude, third go round, he's not going to lose this fucking game. He ended up with 40 touchdowns and 4,200 yards on the season. Not a bad year, but he was going to be the MVP before he started branding his own bullshit. So I'm all day on Seahawks in this. I fucking love this game too, man. Same with the next.
Yeah.
It's Tampa Bay against Washington is the night game. Chase Young was talking shit, saying, bring me Tom Brady. Bring on Tom Brady. No. In what world are you fucking asking for that?
Well, I mean, if you're
homeboy?
Chase Young, it'd be a good badge to run Tom Brady out of the league. To be honest, and
Not gonna happen. I love Chase Young,
He's
but
a
that's not gonna
fucking
happen.
monster. Tampa Bay's offensive line is pretty good. They're not great, but they're pretty good. They've kept Brady upright most of the year.
Brady finished with 4,600 yards, so 400 more than Russell Wilson,
Right.
and 40 touchdowns as well. That's his second best season throwing touchdowns for Tom Brady.
I'm not feeling this right now on my bookie. It's -8.5 Tampa Bay. I'm not feeling that one.
Yeah,
I take it at 6.5.
So I had it at 6.5, and then with that teaser, I got it down to 2.5.
I'll
So
take it.
it's like
I'll take a teaser at
2.5. Yeah, it's like a 6-point teaser on this, and then that over under. It's the same way, man. It's 44.5 in this game. I took the over under down to 38.5 on this. I think the Buccaneers again could probably score fucking 35 points on their own, man.
Maybe, yeah. I also think that Washington can beat them, though. Like, that's a real possibility in my mind that they could beat them if they manage the game clock the right way and the defense plays like the defense plays. Like what Washington needs to do to win is they got to keep their offense out on the field as much as possible.
The problem is it's Alex Smith, I believe, who's going to play.
Who is a great game manager.
He is, but he's very hurt. I don't even know who the running back is. Is it Gibson? Is it Antonio Gibson still?
That is a good question. Let's see.
Scary Terry had a fucking excellent year, by the way.
He had a great last game.
87 receptions, 1,100 yards, four touchdowns. I mean, 4 touchdowns.
I mean, Gibson's questionable.
1,100 yards.
Terry
4 touchdowns.
McLaurin's questionable as well, but they'll play.
They'll play.
Peyton Barber's in that lineup. McKissick's in that lineup.
Yeah.
They'll be, as long as they can fucking average 4.5 yards per carry, they're gonna be in at least some. They'll have at least some chance to win the game, depending on what Brady does. If Brady shows up and he plays like he played against the Rams in the Super Bowl, there's a decent chance they're gonna fucking lose this game. But I'm not counting on that.
28-10.
I think Brady wants to fucking light these guys up. That's your prediction for the game?
28-10. Buccaneers all day.
I'm thinking somewhere probably in the low 30s for the Buccaneers. But
Either way, that again, you tease down that under to 36.5, like or 38.5. Fuck off, dude.
over
It's
at 30.
great. It's great.
Wait, what would it be?
38.5 for the 6-point teaser, or straight up, it's 44.5. Like I don't really give a shit about either one. It's not like the weather's. It's going to be 43 that night.
Yeah, it's good weather for football.
And it's going to be safe. Obviously, it's in Washington, so the capital is cleared out. They'll have an easy drive into the stadium, you know.
Maybe.
I'm amped about that. I don't know why they chose that as the night game for this, man. Like, I probably would have gone Colts Bills as the
I don't
night game
understand
for this.
why.
Maybe too cold there.
I don't understand why they were thinking about postponing basketball games. Like, fuck's one thing got to do with the other?
They couldn't get in. Traffic wise, they couldn't get into the.
Is that why?
Yeah. It was
One of our buddies, Steve Duffy with the Orlando Magic. Now he's with the Golden Knights. Before, his brother is the head of global partnerships for the Washington Sports Group, right?
Oh, no
So
shit.
they own the Wizards, the Lynx,
Yeah.
who else? Whatever other teams. They own
Capitals.
there. Yeah, the Capitals. I think they own a soccer team there as well. Yeah. Anyways,
DC United?
They got a pretty good thing going on up there. But is that what it is? DC United?
I think so.
I don't know. Yeah.
Either way, they're not going to win this game and get out of the fucking thing. So I'm all in on the Bucks. And then Sunday, dude, you start off with a banger at 1:00. Ravens Titans, great fucking game. Great game to start off the fucking Sunday afternoon, man. This is Ravens -3. Here's what I did in this one. This is a little bit interesting in this one. I think this is going to be a very, very close game, and to me, it's a coin toss. However, with the 6-point teaser on this, I took the Titans at +9. So I took that 6 and added it to the 3 they were getting, and I've got the Titans +9. That way, if it is a one-score game, I don't really give a shit who wins because I'm getting 9 points on the Titans. Derrick Henry is going to get the ball every single down in that game.
He's going to get the ball until somebody stops him.
Yes.
Just like last playoffs, and it took a while for somebody to fucking pull him down finally.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to be – I love watching him. That's one of my favorite things about the NFL playoffs now is what the fuck is Derrick Henry going to do?
Yes, and it's his time, man. And they always seem to win like a weird game. The Ravens have had a down year. So
the Ravens are fucking scrambling.
They
Frankly,
finished 11-5.
I am surprised that it's this. It's -3.5 on my bookie right now. Honestly,
so it's going up.
Yeah, to me, this is a pick'em.
-3.5 for Baltimore.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
to me, this is a pick'em game right here. To be honest, and because it is a pick'em game, you have to look at what's happened lately, right, with these people. What have the Ravens done?
I believe the Ravens and the Titans played each other.
They had a
earlier in
little
the season.
They had a little skid.
Yeah, well, the Ravens had COVID, so it's tough to say, man. Like Lamar Jackson was out for a couple games, Dobbins, all those guys were out for a couple games. They've looked great the last 3 games, though. I will say that. So
yeah, but they played the Jags, Giants, and Bengals the last 3 games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's
I get it, but that's why I'm taking the Titans +9 in this. I'm gonna beef that up. I already did beef.
The last time they played the Titans,
did they remember the Titans?
no. Lamar Jackson had 186 yards. J.K. Dobbins led the run game with 70. Derrick Henry had 133 yards.
Yeah.
And Tannehill had 2 TD passes as well. Man, there's no way that Baltimore wins this game. I just don't see it. This is Derrick Henry's time of year. Until somebody fucking stops him in the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, I'm betting on him every single time.
Same. And to be safe, though, that is why I'm taking this in a teaser, just in case, because I think it is a one-score game. It's going to be very close. Banger of a game to start off with.
I mean, the teaser's
Super fucking
+9.5 for Titans. I'll take that all day.
It's great, dude.
Yeah.
It's great. Next up, you got the Bears against the Saints. Now, this is the game that I'm least psyched about. I did not put much money on this.
I doubt anybody
disclosure.
that's not a fan of one of these 2 teams is even going to watch this game, to be honest.
It's New Orleans -10. Breeze is back.
He was back last week.
He was back last week, but I have New Orleans in one teaser, but that's about it. Like this game, man, doesn't interest me whatsoever, and it's like the Saints have looked okay here and there. I know they're 12-4, and that's all fine and grand, but like Taysom Hill won 3 of those games, and Kamara and all those guys, all the running backs were out with COVID like a week ago, so they'll all be available to play this week. But -10, man, that's a lot of fucking points. And the Bears, like, shit, who knows? Who knows, man? Allen Robinson's had a great year. They might be able to keep this close within 10. I did not throw a lot of money on this game. It's the only one of the whole weekend that I did not throw a lot of money on. But if you are going to do it, take it in a 6-point teaser. Take New Orleans down to 4, and then match that up with the over/under in this game at 47 and take it down to 41. I think you're safe on that because I do think the Saints win by a touchdown, but by 10 is a lot.
I'm not going to bet this game, but I agree. If you take it in a teaser down to 4, that's probably safe.
It's a light one, maybe a couple $100 or something like that. Now, if you were subscribed to Drinkin' Bros Sports on Facebook, on Monday when the odds came out for the playoffs, I said, follow us on Instagram at Drinkin' Bros Sports. We have our own YouTube channel. We have our own Instagram now. iTunes, the podcast is split off, everything. I said, look, if you go to Drinkin' Bros Sports on Instagram and just give it a follow, I will give my lock of the week. This next game was my lock of the week. I went all in on this. This is Browns-Steelers. It was 3 points when this started. It was -3, and I put $2,500 on it. Yes, I'm Rostradamus. I could not see into the future, though, that the Browns coaching staff would all get COVID, and they are out for this game. That spread has shot up to -6. I think you're still fine at -6.
It wouldn't have mattered to me.
No. I think you're fine at -6.
It wouldn't have mattered to me about the Browns coaching staff, and it doesn't matter that it's up at what's it, 6.5 now. But
boy, is it really?
Yeah, but I'll still take that.
Get it before it hits to 7.
Yeah.
I think the Steelers are going to smash them. I did not believe in this Browns team all year, and to me, it's just a fucking crock of shit that they've gotten this far. Like, I don't even. I mean, I guess they have the two. I love Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. They're great. I hate Baker Mayfield as their quarterback. I don't understand how this team got to 11-5, but they did. Even last week. So they played here's the other advantage too. They played the Steelers last week. For the Browns, it was a must-win game. For the Steelers, it was not. So they benched all their players and they played their entire second string. Mason Rudolph started at quarterback for the Steelers, and the Browns only won by 2 points in that game. It was a fucking awful game to watch. And now you're going to tell me they're going to come back the following week of the team you just played in a must-win game and then try to beat them again 2 weeks in a row at home with your coaching staff out? Not one fucking prayer on this earth. This was my lock of the week, hands down. I threw all of the money on this. $2,500 on the Steelers in this. Yeah. And I got it at a great spread on Monday, but truthfully at 6.5, it doesn't fucking matter.
No, it doesn't matter. I'm taking that, and I'm taking a teaser at 0.5.
Yes, all of them.
I'm looking more at this Bears Saints game, and I'm looking at Trubisky's stats from his only playoff game. 303 yards, but it was that 16-15 Eagles-Bears game in 2018.
Gross.
One of the grossest games of all time.
Yeah.
He threw for 300 yards and still had a sub-90 quarterback rating, which that's bad. That means you're throwing shitty passes. You're not moving the ball down the field. Obviously, they didn't fucking score. And this was one of Nick Foles' games, by the way.
Dan read, Derry Dan is saying Bears cover the 10 points.
not a chance.
That is a gross dirty Dan bet right there.
I guess
dude.
I'm
dirty Dan.
I'm going to take
right there.
I'm going to take that as a teaser at 4 rather.
That's
4.
what I did. So I put it a teaser at 4, and then I took because you have to, whenever you do these 6-point teasers, you have to pick something else. So for those of you who aren't experienced gamblers, it's totally fine. Whenever you take a 6-point teaser, you have to take 2 games or an over-under in the same game. So with that, I took it at -4, and then I took the over down to 45 because I think the Saints will put up a lot of points. And look, I even think the Bears, like thrown to Robinson, will be fine.
The Bears will score 17 points probably.
They'll cover the over. So that was that choice in this game, but that wasn't my max for the week. The max was that Steelers game, man. There's just no fucking way that's going to happen. And look it up. Was that Browns game? Were they at the Browns last week, or were they at the Steelers?
That's a good question. I mean, not that it matters.
Because if so, well, no. I mean, shit. If the Steelers didn't even have to travel, and they could go back to their own facilities, and
Cleveland
do their own shit.
Cleveland to Pittsburgh is not. Really
No, it's super close. Yeah. Obviously, it's a fuck. I've made that journey numerous times.
It was in Cleveland, but either way, either way, it doesn't matter.
No, I'm still all in on the fucking Steelers. I've already bet it, so it doesn't really matter, anyways. And then Dirty Dan is saying a push cancels your bet on a teaser. No, it doesn't. If you have a multiple games, so if you bet a 5-game teaser or a 6-game teaser, it'll just take some of the odds away. Now, if you bet a 2-game teaser, it does. It'll push. But if you bet multiple games with 5, 6 games and all that shit.
But a 1 just kind of fucks you. I mean, it doesn't fuck you. It just you're not going to get the payout that you would have otherwise. Yeah. But yeah, if it's a 2-teamer, you're fucked. But I mean, it is what it is, right? If you get that's suboptimal to get a fucking push, anyways. Yeah. I wonder if those guys are going to be in over the. That's why I like half points, win or lose. Yes, that's why they call me Half Point Holloway. Yeah, like win or lose, none of this fucking. I don't want pushes, no ties. Like ties is like getting your sister pregnant. That belongs in Alabama. It does. Roll Tide. There's no tide there, right? There's no tide in the Gulf. Like actual Tide? Yeah, actual physical Tide. No, it's a sponsorship deal they have with Tide. With Tide? Yeah. Because all of the Alabama Crimson Tide eats Tide Pods? They eat Tide. Yeah, I was going to say they don't wash their clothes, clearly, but they do eat Tide Pods. Tide Pods. So, yeah, that's going to be an absolute blast this weekend with all of these fucking games. Are you guys doing any live watches for these games this weekend? I'll be in Miami tomorrow. We might. I mean, I've got 5 bottles of lean just showed up at my house. So that'd be a great time. I know Giorgio's down. Jesse, can you pick your jaw up off the floor, please? Yeah. Thank you. James came in. Did you see your buddies? They were here.
Jabes is here. So she'll be doing the cooking show for the Super Bowl with Eric Tanzi.
We do have another soccer watch along at 10:30 on Sunday.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I enjoy Papa Joy. You don't have a camera on you today because you're the only one in here, but those fucks will be back next week from COVID. I enjoy watching your soccer game because you're not only knowledgeable, but you smoke weed the entire time, and it's a blast. The one I tuned into, you were wearing real short shorts.
Oh, yeah. No, I lost my pants on that episode. Yeah. That was against
What do you mean you lost your fucking pants?
How did you lose your pants?
Out of frustration and anger?
No, that's not losing. You took your pants off.
No,
fuckface.
yeah. No one takes off their pants.
It's kind of like when you lose your temper.
Anger.
The
pants.
only person I know that takes their pants off when they get angry is Randy fucking Bo Bandy from Trailer Park Boys, because he always takes his pants off and goes down to his tidy whities when he wants to fist fight somebody.
That is the most aerodynamic.
Speaking of that, by the way, we've got Squirrely Dan coming on in 2 weeks.
Yes, from Trailer Park.
From Letterkenny.
From Letterkenny, yes.
Yeah.
We were supposed to get Bubbles too from Trailer Park.
Yeah, we were scheduling it.
Okay.
We're just working. We're going back and forth on schedule right now. But the only question he had was whether we wanted him to do the show as Bubbles or as himself, Mike Smith. And I'm like, oh man.
Okay.
I mean, I like you, Mike, but
yeah,
put the fucking glasses on, brother.
Put the glasses on, brother.
Let's do this. And bring Conky when you come too, goddammit.
Yes, we get a breaking news here. So Ohio State and Alabama have both boarded the planes. So there is going to be a game on Monday, no matter who is in or out. So that is it. They've announced it, and congratulations. Miami lands tonight at 8 o'clock on Friday. What if they're in our fucking hotel?
Then you should go spit in all their mouths.
I'm going to just buy a bunch of cocaine and fucking play Big Love, dude, by Pete Heller, and just running through the hallways all night long. They used to do that shit at Ohio State. Like, they would wait outside the players' hotels and fucking blare, like, death metal and shit like that. Wasn't it a war tactic you guys used to use?
No, it's not a war tactic. That's not true. Yeah,
Panama. Remember the invasion of Panama?
Yeah,
That's what they used.
For tactical call-outs. Then we started using it for interrogation. But yeah, they were blasting Metallica and loudspeakers. They did the same thing to Pablo back in the day, too.
Yeah. I forget who. It was somebody specific, though, for Noriega.
It was Metallica.
Was it Metallica for Noriega?
I'm pretty sure.
That's great.
Pretty sure it was Metallica.
Fact check that real quick. I'm just out of curiosity. I remember seeing that, and I remember hearing something like he fucking lost his mind after like 3 days of listening to that music over and over and over again. And it was so fucking loud. There's video footage of it.
Yeah, he was it's Guns N' Roses, actually.
That's it, Guns N' Roses. GNR was big then, yeah. Fuck yeah. That was probably Appetite for Destruction.
But how can you be on as much cocaine as I assume Noriega was on and not enjoy Guns N' Roses? That's the only time you should enjoy Guns N' Roses, is if you're on drugs.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, well, I'm a big GNR
Did you
fan.
see that fucking comeback tour that he tried to do where he ran out onto the stage and by the time he got to the mic, he was out of breath? So
he broke his leg, too.
Oh.
Yeah, broke his fucking leg. So they had to build him a throne to sit on with the cast. So he did the rest of the tour with a fucking cast on his leg. So it says here, Ohio State on Friday declined to make public when its last COVID-19 test results would be available, but the team is expected to land at 6 p.m. on Saturday. Look, I can tell you why on that. They will make it public at the last possible second on Monday because they don't want to disappoint everyone else and also give a fucking heads up to Saban. So the rumor I'm hearing, and again, if you believe in Dan Patrick or whatever, man, is and I've heard it from multiple sources that the entire defensive line could be out for Ohio State. And
I mean, that wouldn't be that much different than last week, though, to be honest. Like, their two best edge rushers were already out.
I know. It's just
and Ohio State on the defensive line, I don't know if you've been paying attention the last several years, but they only have 4 and 5 star recruits. So it's not like it's going to be a huge downgrade.
The problem is they'll be all freshmen and they'd have no experience. So I don't know. Fuck, man. It wouldn't surprise me if they put a couple of practice squad guys on the team on the plane with jerseys on just to make the minimum number.
Yeah. They may have to.
I know. Because people are asking me, they're like, hey, man, are you pissed that you're going and this is what's going to happen? No. If we win, that will be the greatest game of all time, and it'll literally be a fucking Hollywood script. If there's that many guys out, that'll be the greatest game of all time. And if you lose, shit, what are you going to do with half a team anyway? So the only bitch of it is I have $5,000 on this. No, I have $6,000 on this game because I bet the teaser too. I got a 14-point. I get Ohio State plus 14. And I think I took the over in that at 81 points.
Ross, you're not supposed to say that when your wife is in the room.
I know, she's here.
I don't.
Well, here's the deal. Full disclosure, Jesse is not really that into football. As soon as I said the game is in Miami, she's off camera, by the way. As soon as I said the game is in Miami, she was like, "Great, when's that? When are we going?" Yeah, she loves football. After when she said it was in Miami, so. But who doesn't? Who doesn't? All shit should be in Miami, to be honest with you. The weather's always great. Like the fucking Super Bowl's in Tampa this year. Nobody wants to go to Tampa. Tampa Bay is terrible. Have you been to Tampa?
Yeah, number of times.
Fucking awful. Dude.
I went down there 2 years ago to a 511 opening with Heather Lynn actually, and it is disgusting.
Yeah. It looks like Heather's type of town, though.
Well, she's a Kentuckian, then a Floridian.
Yeah, she's built for that.
Yeah.
She's built for that. The last time I was there was in 2015. When A Night She Cries While He Rides His Steed came out. There was a Comic-Con where I had to do a book signing in there at the hotel in Tampa, and I didn't leave the hotel for 3 days. I was good on Tampa. I lived there for a year in like 7th grade. It was awful. It was fucking awful.
Yeah, Tampa's. I mean,
that's
where
that baseball stadium. Have you been to that baseball stadium?
No, because it's like 25 minutes out of the city. So
it's built on a slant in St. Petersburg.
I'm not fucking going there.
All the balls, the pop-ups get caught in the rafters, and it's like
it's a shit show.
It's the fucking worst. We'll answer your questions here real quick since you guys are all pounding the boards here. Ruben, Ross, are you guys going to be in a private box? Are you going to be out in Gen Pop? No, I'm not going to be out in Gen Pop. Not that it don't matter. It's 13,000 people, but we're in club level seats. So no, I will not be. However, I will move down. So what happens in all these games, and if you're looking to go to a game, I'll just tell you the truth for all this shit. Again, go to drinkingbrostickets.com to get your tickets. They're fucking crazy expensive. All this shit is at 20% capacity. Do this. Buy a cheap seat and then walk down, right? I am with my wife, who would probably prefer a private bar in her own bathroom and that type of shit. So congratulations. We're doing that. But if Ohio State is up at the half, we will move down to the sideline of Ohio State. But,
that way.
Yeah, we're in a private
That
thing.
way you can make sure you get on television when you go 28-3 and get fucking wiped out in the second half.
I know.
That'll be the best thing that ever happened to me if Ohio State is up big until the last minute of the game and then they lose. That would be my fucking Christmas present.
I don't want to be at a game like that. I'd rather get blown out. I was at the 08 Florida National Championship with Tim Tebow, and that was when Christ intervened. And Ted Ginn took the opening kickoff back 110 yards for a touchdown. Ohio State tackled him and broke his leg. That was our star wide receiver that year. Florida beat the brakes off of us the rest of the game. I left in the third quarter and it was fucking miserable. However, I would rather lose a game like that, like 48-7, rather than a last second touchdown when you lose, where you're just like, oh shit, we could have won. Like that Falcons bullshit. I wouldn't have cared if the Falcons lost in the Super Bowl 35-7 or whatever it was. It was being up 28-3 and then having to sit there through overtime on top of it and watch you choke away an entire league. That was the worst fucking day ever. I would, if Alabama does beat Ohio State, I hope it's by 90, because I'll be able to put up with that versus a last second field goal or a touchdown or whatever it is. A lot of people are saying, yeah, Tampa sucks. St. Pete is rad. No, dude. St. Petersburg is Tampa. It's the same fucking shit. Ruben Schneider says, Ross better bring his home and away jerseys in case he has to be a backup. Already thought of it. I've got all 4 years of eligibility. Pat McAfee is ducking me in the punt pass kick competition. He doesn't want any of this. So his last response to me on Twitter was, it would be like Mike Tyson, like seeing how hard he could punch someone. And I was like, dude, fucking Logan Paul is fighting Floyd Mayweather literally next month. Like,
it's fighting Ben Askren first.
No. That's
Jake. Yes,
Paul
sorry. Yeah, Logan's fighting. Yeah.
Logan's fighting Mayweather. So, yes, dude, I am the Logan in this situation. You were the Mayweather, but still, dude, anything can happen. It is one pass, one punt, one kick, my man. And he had surgery. He had fucking knee surgery. So, who knows?
Yeah, but have you seen his fucking legs?
I have, but dude, he had fucking knee surgery. Like, what? You know, what's gonna happen with that?
AIDS.
Quit ducking me, McAfee. Let's do it for charity. I already offered $10,000 for Christ's sakes. So, one bourbon, one shot, one beer. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of drinking, especially because that injury report comes out. I'm not gonna lie. When I was with my family, who's a big Ohio State fan, for that Clemson game, and I saw that injury report maybe 2 hours before the game, or not injury, the COVID report that had 16 players out, and I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
I started drinking then, and I was like, all right, we'll see what happens, but at least I'll be at the game, and we'll be doing a live show that day from the game. Papa G will be patching us in from Miami, and Big Dick Danoff, Richard Danoff, will be there. I know he got his tickets last night, and AJ Gamble is saying, just lose yourself in the moment. I will. Look, if you're an Ohio State player, it's mom's spaghetti, dude. You got to go for it all on this game. If 23 people are out, you know, look at yourself in the mirror with the black eye, and then go out on stage like B Rabbit. And this is one shot, one opportunity.
What's a black guy got to do with anything?
Black eye on that one. He was rapping against black guys, but they didn't win.
They were called the Free World.
They didn't win. Fuck the free world. This is 313 up in here, dude. It's going to be a fun one. Oh, shit. And the last story, dude, I forgot. Jim Harbaugh is rumored to be signing a 5-year extension at Michigan, which is this, man, could this day get any better for me? No, it couldn't. Thank you, Michigan, for doing that. But by the way, the pay cut he is taking, Dan, is monstrous.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's COVID times, and he's a state employee technically, right?
No, it is a pay cut on the new contract. So he was making
I know.
$8
That's
million a year. They're going to cut that down to $5 million. No, because of his record, because of how shitty he is. And then what the Detroit Free Press said, what that allows them to do is fire him in a couple years and give him a lower buyout. Yeah. So I understand it. I'm happy about it. So if you want to go ahead, if it was possible for my bookie to put up the money line for every Ohio State game for the next 5 years, I would bet.
I know his
against
salary
Michigan.
doesn't come from state tax dollars, fuckface.
Yeah.
Rob, shut up. Fucking you're dying of COVID. You're arguing with me.
Fucking
Son
hot
of a
Bob,
bitch.
dude. Is somewhere not being hot right now.
He's still a state employee, though.
Yeah.
And they do pay money. The universities pay money into the state coffer, and the more the coach gets, like if you look at there's a map somewhere, I can't remember where it is, but or who made it, but the highest paid state employee in pretty much every state is their best college football team's coach.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, that's probably what it should be.
That's what it should
like,
be.
who else would it be?
Look, Saban,
The
if
governor
Saban ran
or
for
something?
governor, he would be governor.
Yeah, but he wouldn't.
Of Alabama.
He would make fucking whatever they make, which is probably like
$40.
$400,000 a year, something like that.
Yeah. And make about $40 bucks.
He wouldn't be making what he's making now.
Hot Bob, by the way, if Hot Bob and Dairy Dan are still in the fucking chat, they were so fucking incorrect on that Clemson game. It was scary. I money lined it, won the house for everybody involved. I want to hear your bets on this game if you're out there. I know it's about a 45-second lag time on YouTube. Hot Bob, Dairy Dan, let me know if you're taking Bama or Ohio State. It is now up to 8.5. Will you fact check that, Dan? Because these COVID rumors are driving up that fucking point spread right now. So
Yeah, I mean, look,
Incorrect on Clemson. Incorrect on COVID. Like, what are these guys even doing? Why do we
know.
pay-
wait, how
why
are
do we pay
they?
them?
How are they incorrect on COVID? They weren't COVID deniers. They just happened to get it. What are you talking about?
Well, here's what we said. Herd immunity, come and fucking get it. And they were like, no, I got a pre-existing condition. Dan, I was like, I don't care. Like, you're fine, dude.
We're going to
You're
be
a young
safe.
man.
We're going to be traveling over break, you know.
We probably shouldn't be talking about COVID on the sports show
Why not?
because
True.
YouTube is going to be a little bitch about it.
Oh, they'll put up a warning from the
Yeah.
CDC. Fuck it. Everybody. There's nothing we can do.
By the way, I think it's like 40% of people get the flu vaccine every year, which is not enough to reach herd immunity. So somebody's making billions of dollars selling vaccines for no reason.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, that's America, brother. It's like that dude that set up the fucking, somebody set up a fucking concession stand at the protest yesterday. That's how you know it was Republicans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're trying to start a small business in the middle of
They
a
had a
fucking
merch tent, dude.
They're trying to start a small business in the middle of a riot.
The other part about that was they stayed within the velvet ropes walking into the Capitol.
Oh, that was my
walking in and
favorite
out.
meme.
That was the
People
best.
break into the U.S. Capitol building and literally break the doors down, but they don't go outside the velvet ropes. Like they stay within the stanchions. That's institutionalized white people right there, my man. It's still 8.5.
Okay, still 8.5. So,
Over under is 75.
yeah, it's the highest in the history of the CFP. Dude, I teased that up to 81 in one of my bets. You guys will see them. So as soon as the show immediately ends, I've already bet all these games throughout the week. I will drop them in Drinkin' Bros Sports on Facebook. It is a private group. Subscribe. You will see all my bets live. So if I win or lose, every single week, you can either fucking shit on me or praise me. It's been a lot of fucking praise, though, for the last 3 goddamn years.
I might tease that over down to 69.
There it is, just to do it.
Yeah, well, not just to do it, because I think they're probably going to score more than 69. That's a fucking 35 game right there. You're good.
Yeah. We got an interesting one here that just popped in. DJ Davies is here. And he says, hey, Ross and Dan, can you sign the Ray Lewis jersey too?
Yeah, we will.
Yeah, I got a Sharpie right here. So
let's see what color it is. Oh, yeah, it's white.
Purple.
Yeah.
No, but you sign on the numbers,
Yeah.
so you're good to go.
Well, we have silver ones too. They show up a little better, yeah.
Yeah, Ray Lewis signed his in
stuff
silver,
like
it looked
that.
like.
Yeah.
For sure. We'll sign it absolutely.
And we're better
man.
than Ray
Congratulations. Yeah. And hey, you have 2 murders on there. I'm the only one
I've
who
never
will have
murdered
signed the jersey and not murdered somebody.
Never mind.
Yeah. Derry Dan is saying Bama. He's got Bama, so obviously Ohio State's going to win. Rob Fox, that's right. Hot Bob does not watch. He's not a college football guy. That's why he does the basketball show. I like that, though. Specialize in what you do. Make a great show.
Speaking of making great
But he's
shows,
saying he's going to hammer the over on Trey Sermon's rushing yards.
Yeah, he will. Speaking of great shows, we're adding 2 new shows to the sports lineup pretty soon.
We're almost those soon,
we're almost complete on the deals, and we may be able to announce them as early as next week. So,
I hope so.
We'll let you know about that, and it involves some people that you're probably fans of.
Yes. Very famous men. So we'll see. But we appreciate you joining us for the day. Again, subscribe to Drinkin' Bros Sports on Facebook. I'll drop my bets as soon as the show is over. We will get this audio track out to you ASAP. Where's Hot Bob at? He's got to do his description and all that shit. Yeah,
but he's probably already done it, to be honest.
Yeah, he's a smart dude. He's great.
He does it as the show is going.
He's great. Dan needs some work, but Hot Bob is great. So we'll drop the audio show now. I'll drop those bets ASAP. And then, as always, go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review on Drinkin' Bros Sports. That'll keep us in the charts there.
Yeah, just so you know.
We're number 37 in the world on Spotify.
On Spotify, yeah. So, if you use multiple platforms, give us a review on every single one of them because it helps on all of them.
Yeah, and iTunes is the only one that actually uses the reviews. I know Spotify is based on listeners. So
it is, yeah.
The Spotify one is
we're
listeners.
We're 37th in the world in sports on Spotify, which means we're the top 50 shows listener-wise.
Correct.
But
not on iTunes.
But you can see in iTunes we're not
reviews.
even in the top 200 on iTunes.
I know.
So we need reviews.
We need reviews. That'll be the only way to get us there. Bet with us or against us on mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros. We'll get you 50% of your deposit back. Looking forward to the weekend. It's going to be a blast. This is one of the very best weekends of football all the way around that you could possibly have in this life. So enjoy it. For D'Anthony Holloway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Drinkin' Bros Sports Show. Good afternoon and good night, everyone.